We have an exclusive right now to break to you at this hour. We're just learning that some of the news media channels in Pakistan have now been switched on after being shut off, but social media sites in Pakistan are still down as of now. This as protests still continue and turn violent in Pakistan. The government lifting the ban on the TV news channels, but no word on when the social media sites like Facebook, Twitter and others will reopen. The protests have turned violent over the past few hours. Specifically, the government, in fact, had earlier ordered a blackout of the Pakistani media channels. Protesters turned violent and they refused to leave the Faizabad interchange. Protesters have been asking for the law minister's resignation since the last 3 weeks. This over an amendment made to the electoral oath, which omitted the Prophet's name. The government has said the amendment was a clerical error and that it has now been fixed. But the protesters still want the law minister to resign. Well, even as Pakistan's security forces continue trying to disperse the protests at Islamabad, the situation continues to go from bad to worse. Pakistan's army chief calling the country's prime minister to handle the unrest peacefully. Pakistan's army chief and the prime minister will also meet to discuss the situation in Islamabad. Protesters, as we mentioned, are demanding the central government and the law minister to resign. And the army has also been asked to step in. Army personnel say they will engage with the protesters. More than 8,000 security personnel have been deployed as of Saturday morning at that interchange there to disperse the protesters from that area. The protesters took an ugly turn and became violent, forcing authorities to fire rubber bullets and tear gas. The protesters then retaliated with stones. 200 people were hurt in the violence.
इस वक्त तक हमारे पास 150 जख्मी आ चुके हैं, जिनमें से 57 जख्मी जो हैं वो पुलिस के हैं, 44 जख्मी जो हैं वो एफसी के हैं और 49 जख्मी जो हैं वो सिविलियन हैं.
The protests have spread to many cities in Pakistan, not just in that one area, Lahore, Karachi and Rawalpindi. Let's go straight to WION's Pakistan Bureau Chief Taha Siddiqui for the very latest now in Islamabad.
I'm currently standing on the road that leads to the protesters. Behind me, as you can see, the road has been cordoned off and traffic is not being allowed. Only a few people can go if they have a house on this particular road. Otherwise, the police are not allowing any traffic. Just around about a kilometer from here is where the protesters are. They have managed to come back again. Yesterday, there was a police operation against them that lasted for over 7 to 8 hours, but the police was unsuccessful in clearing the protesters out. Now the police is not engaging with them. The Pakistani government has called in the army, but we're getting reports that the army has expressed reservations of not engaging with the protesters and only restricting their role to protecting sensitive installations in the country, in Islamabad. From what we understand, Islamabad right now is completely paralyzed. The government is absolutely paralyzed, and it seems like there is no way out of it, and it has been cornered. Earlier, the protesters who are from the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Ya Rasool, who started this protest around about 20 days ago, had said that they wanted the law minister to resign and the law minister action to be taken against him because of an amendment that he did in the election bill, which they deemed blasphemous. The government has since then, reverted all those changes and corrected its mistake. But despite that, now the protesters are saying that they don't even want the resignation after the security operation. They're saying that the whole government should be dismissed because we try to go up ahead, but media personnel are being attacked, journalists are being attacked, and the reason is that because all channels have been blocked in the country, social media has been blocked also, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube cannot be accessed, and because of which there's a complete information blackout. Right now, the situation is even getting worse because not just because of Islamabad, but across the country we're getting reports of protests happening, religious extremist groups coming out on the roads, blocking main arteries in many different multiple cities of Pakistan. So the situation right now in Pakistan remains out of control of government.